This is from just 2 hours ago from Rapid Response, Donald J. Trump's True Social. Our government lawyers, here, let me see if I can size this up. All right, so our government lawyers do not think we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available. And now 2 courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can and cannot do. I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. It is already delayed enough due to the Democrats keeping the government closed through the monthly payment date. And even if we get immediate guidance, it will unfortunately be delayed while states get the money out. If we are given the appropriate legal direction by the court, it will be my honor to provide the funding just like I did with military and law enforcement pay. Ooh, that's just got to make Democrats seethe, man. The Democrats should quit this charade while they hurt people for their own political reasons and immediately reopen the government. If you use SNAP benefits, call the Senate Democrats and tell them to reopen the government now. Here is Crying Chuck Schumer's office number, 202-224-6542. Let me repeat that, 202-224-6542. That's going to be the very rare instance that I would actually say a phone number. Look, I've always been a huge fan of prank call content, and it's always like been ingrained in me that you shouldn't be giving out phone numbers, especially on the internet. But you know what? It's public officials, man. I mean, he's a senator. I mean, that's what the number's there for. It's there for the public to give him a call because he represents, I mean, at least the state of New York. But I mean, in a way, they senators, they basically have a duty and obligation and a responsibility to represent America as a whole. So feel free to call his office, man, especially if you're on SNAP benefits or if you believe the government should be reopened immediately. All right, so anyway, House Republicans, the real scare this Halloween, a month-long Democrat government shutdown and 42 million Americans bracing for the loss of their SNAP benefits. Families, kids, and seniors will go hungry while Democrats use their pain as leverage. Enough tricks. It's time for Democrats to reopen the government.
It's been a month since Democrats let the government shut down and the Capitol's gone dark. 42 million people are set to lose their SNAP benefits if this keeps up.
And it is not good. It is not good at all, man. If you saw my episode from last night, at the end of the episode, I played a bunch of clips from TikTok. It's on a profile on X called EBT of TikTok. And actually here, let me just show you just in case. If you just happen to be on the X platform, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It is the most recent one. So this is it, EBT of TikTok. And they're found at EBT of TikTok. That's their handle. And they've got lots of videos. So this was only 28 minutes ago. Woman shows off to EBT recipients how easy it is to shoplift in white neighborhoods. Easy peasy, just go to the white neighborhoods. So this is the kind of craziness that I'm talking about. Woman wants everyone to know that she Googled how much it costs to fund EBT. So a variety of different perspectives. Like people are like, they're trying to organize looting. There's other people that are pushing back against looting. So there's like all walks of life on this profile where they're pulling clips off of TikTok with regard to the SNAP benefits being cut off. And like they keep saying, 42 million people could be affected from that. All right, Congressman John Rose. I joined Jake Tapper on CNN to set the record straight on Democrats falsely claiming the USDA has a contingency fund to cover SNAP during the Schumer shutdown. Number one, contingency funds cannot legally cover regular SNAP benefits. Even if they could, the $5 to $6 billion in the fund doesn't come close to the $8 billion needed. That money is reserved strictly for natural disasters. Like I said it yesterday and probably the day before too. And anyway, and also just a quick stop. So they need $8 billion, but they only have $6 billion. The problem that I could see them getting to is that if they only have $6 billion and they disperse it anyway, how are they just going to evenly disperse like maybe, I don't know, like 75% of people's SNAP benefits, in which case they're getting something? Or are they going to have to reach a decision where most people will get it, but some people won't, which obviously that's not what they're going to end up doing either way. But anyway, the solution to make sure Americans in need receive their food stamps is simple. Reopen the government, and Democrats could do that today. So Jake Tapper's been pretty based this week, which I'm shocked to be actually be saying that. Especially like even giving any props to CNN. I never thought for the rest of my natural life that I would give any credit to CNN for anything ever again. But this week, they've actually been on the side of a common sense, and reality as it stands by just insisting to the Democrats who come on CNN that, dude, y'all are shutting down the government. This is your fault. And they've been pretty clear about that. So I definitely give them props for it. So let's see if it goes in that direction with this interview.
Shouldn't you support using that contingency fund to pay for SNAP so kids like
that's not off to a good start.
We just heard from don't go hungry?
Well, that certainly seems tempting, but the fund, $5.6 billion, is not nearly enough to cover the cost in the short run. And secondly, that fund is there for emergencies, and we have a hurricane bearing down on us now. And so if we use those funds...
Oh, come on, dude. Don't give me that political bullshit, dude. That hurricane is not going to affect the United States in any way, shape, or form. Unless you're suggesting that we're going to take some of that money and put it into Jamaica or Turks and Caicos or Bahamas or Cuba. I highly doubt that money's going to be sent to any of those areas. And that, look, the hurricane might affect the eastern coast in the way that they might have some, like, a little bit of rising waters. Maybe some of the fancy rich-ass beach houses might get a little bit of beach erosion out of it because, you know, strong hurricanes offshore, like Outer Banks of North Carolina is a great example. That just happened like a month ago with a passing hurricane. Aside from that, I mean, come on, dude. We don't have a hurricane that's about to strike the U.S., at least not that I'm aware of.
Then they won't be able to be used elsewhere. We see Democrats make these trade-offs all the time where they pick winners and losers with funds like this. And so I think we have to be careful if we take something that's there for an emergency and use it when the answer is simple.
Reopen the government.
The Senate is in Washington. 5 or 6 senators could join all of the Republicans and get this done and reopen the government and spare people.
Problem solved.
Like Ms.
That's not an
Bodine
emergency.
And her family, her 5-year-old,
temper tantrums is not an emergency.
From the suffering that the Democrats are using. The Schumer shutdown should end. I think they miscalculated. They need to just take stock of that. We've seen this mistake over and over in the past, and it just doesn't work to use people as leverage in these situations.
All right. Okay. Well, I would have liked to have seen more of that. Not really all that appreciative that John Rose cut that short because I would have liked to heard Jake Tapper leaning into him a bit, which I'm sure you can find the entire interview on YouTube. I just have a very limited amount of time putting all of this together. But actually, real quick, I'm going to jump over to, because what if I'm wrong? I mean, I haven't checked the tropical weather over the last couple of days because it's been a busy week for me. So I'm just going to do that just real quick because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is a hurricane that's about to hit the U.S. somewhere. I highly doubt it. I don't think it's, no development expected. So, yeah, for him to use that as an excuse, I mean, I thought that was kind of low. I don't think they should be playing those games. All right, Congressman Sarah Jacobs, Republicans would rather stop SNAP than pass a bill that allows millions of people to afford health care and reopens the government. Democrats are fighting for your health, your food, your dignity, and your rights. Republicans want to take it all away. We deserve better. And of course, she got ratioed, as they typically do whenever they, put out this fake, not even conspiratorial. It's just like this fake brain dead propaganda. That's all it really is. So I said 5 Democrat senators are needed to refund the government. The end. That simple. And so why you're a garbage human, and we deserve better than crazy liberal men who pretend to be women. Okay, yeah. There's that. Republicans voted to keep SNAP open. Democrats voted 14 times now to shut it down. Prove me wrong. Exactly. Debunked. Do your job. And so the Democrat cult keeps voting no to reopen the government, which they did shut down. How special are you to grift off of hungry kids for political leverage? Save your BS. We see you. Pathetic. Lying, you know what? We're not paying for illegal aliens. Nothing. So, and it goes on from there. Just about every Democrat politician, they're basically copying and pasting that over and over and over again. And they're getting a lot more comments than likes, which means that the public at large, they're not okay with it. They don't believe them. They know they're full of shit, and they're calling them out on it. That's why they're getting more comments than likes. And that's what a ratio is. Anyway, Chuck Fleischman, the only thing scarier this Halloween than ghouls and goblins is Democrats' government shutdown. Democrats are making Americans miss paychecks and go hungry. It's time to end Democrats' horror show and reopen our government.
It's been a month since Democrats let the government shut down and the Capitol's
I think we saw this, didn't we?
42 million people are set to lose their SNAP benefits if this keeps up.
No, okay, maybe not. Maybe that was a different one. All right, so that happened. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you take a quick second to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And check out The Swamp, which drops Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, covering the daily happenings inside the federal machine. Thank you very much for watching.